Good people, what is going on? Another episode of the All Go Podcast. I'm your host, Desmond. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Have been trying to put a focus on being more consistent with posting and making videos. It's easier said than done sometimes, but here we are. So thank you. Appreciate it for tuning in. Want to talk about Colorado and Deion and Coach Prime. They have been, it's been unreal what they've been able to do this year. They just beat Utah, I believe it was 49-24, something like that, with their last game that they played. They are now, I believe, tied for first in the Big 12, if I'm not mistaken. Or if they're not tied for first, I believe they might be in second place. Right now, they are, if they win out, they are a lock to go to the Big 12 championship game, which at that point, all bets are off. It's one game. It's a conference championship. And if they win, they're going to the playoffs, which it's kind of wild to think that, if you would have, before this season started, had to put, let's say, $1,000 on either, like, for example, LSU making the playoff or Colorado, I think a lot of that money went to LSU. And it just shows the job that the Deion coach has done. We knew Shedeur was talented, Travis, Joe Horn Jr. They have some, or I'm sorry, Jimmy Horn. But we knew they had a couple talented guys, but really their big issue last year was the O&D line. Like, they running the ball last year was non-existent for them, and defensively they just could not get any type of pass rush and stopping the run. Defensively, they were flatly bad outside of Travis, who's terrific. And this year they've done a terrific job. Man, it's so good to see Warren Sapp on the sidelines and his energy. And I follow Colorado on social media, the football team, and he is energetic all the time, and I'd love to see it. And I'm, someone, I was born in '86, so I got to see the Warren Sapp of, even when he was catching touchdowns in their goal line package with the Buccaneers. So it's pretty cool to see him, on the sidelines and just doing a great job. Like, that D line that he's got, they're rocking and rolling. So it's pretty cool to see. Man, the winning the Big 12 would be an amazing accomplishment. I think they still do have some work to do. They've got Oklahoma State and I believe another game before potentially the Big 12 championship. So it's definitely not a given. Like, they're going to have to go out and perform and play well to get there. But just a heck of an achievement. I mean, this is a team that was 1-11 2 seasons ago. 1-11. That's unreal. And I was actually someone when Deion was going to a different program, it was pretty clear like he was getting ready to leave Jackson State. I think Georgia Tech was one of the teams that was rumored to be interested, that he may go to. And he ended up going to, once the Colorado rumors started, I was actually someone who thought he should not go to Colorado. And it wasn't because I didn't think he was a great coach and could do well. Honestly, it was because I didn't think Colorado took football seriously, like seriously to the point of like NIL, transfer portal, like of where it stands today. You have to lean into that stuff. And it's just not something that you can, sit on the sidelines, pun intended, I guess, and just think that you're going to be a successful program if you're not willing to at least participate in those things. You may not be on a scale of 100 all the way to 95 or 100, but you just in this day and age, it's just too difficult. Things are just too fluid in order for you to not participate in those things. And I thought just Colorado, I didn't think they would give him the tools and the resources that he would need to be successful. I was totally wrong. They have gone all in. They've leaned into just all of what Coach Prime is, the marketability of himself, but just also what that's done for the city of Boulder, the state of Colorado, and then also the university as well. So it's pretty cool to see, and I'm rooting for him. I hope he does, win the Big 12 and get in the playoff. Regardless of what happens, I mean, that would just be truly mind blowing that would even just be possible. But the college football playoff, definitely the ratings of Coach Prime, like whoever they play, would be pretty awesome to see, and it'd be cool to see that school on that timeline. So last thing I wanted to say with Colorado is I actually have predictions of where Travis and Shedeur will be drafted in the NFL. And obviously in 5-6 months, well, we can come back to this and check and see. But my prediction is Shedeur is going to be a Las Vegas Raider and Travis is going to be a Jacksonville Jaguar. I think both of those teams, I don't think either of them is going to win another game. Trevor Lawrence might be out for the season. I don't think that has been announced yet, but there are some rumors that he's not going to play again this season, which means it's Mac Jones for the rest of the year, which you just saw them lose 52-6 to the Detroit Lions. And also with the Raiders as well, that, you play in a division with the Broncos, with the Chargers and the Chiefs. I don't see them beating any of those teams. They've got a couple other games left, but the NFL schedule, for the most part, is pretty backloaded with like division games. So I know Detroit's got 4 of their last 7 games are all division games. Like the Chicago Bears, they have a ton left as well. So long story short, there's not going to be many games there available for them to win. So that's my prediction. But that is it for me. I appreciate it. Have a good day.